speaking of 275 and 300, let's go to 156. Jalen Brunson.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, great. I mean, obviously a great move for the New York Knicks. What do you think, Mike, as an agent representing
I had
players?
this conversation on the way here in a car with people that know the business very, very well, and I can't get my hands around it. I mean, you know, obviously, listen, at the end of the day, $156 million, when people say it to me, it's like, come on, man. Like, we worked our entire lives in this business and been fortunate as hell and blessed as hell. Didn't touch 156. So there's part of that I understand. But if he just plays it out, it's, what, 300?
Close to it.
Yeah, so he gave up 113 million. Yes, 113 million was the thing that he gave up. I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand it. As an agent, it's hard. Like, again, I'm all the power to him. Man. I don't know if I could ever say give up 113 million.
What do you think?
They offered him ownership on the back end.
You think that happened?
What else they gave him?
Well, I'm saying because how old is Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson has to be late 20s. You would say.
So that means after his 5 years,
you're gonna be a Knick forever.
Well, I'm saying after his 5 years,
27.
So he's 27. So after his 5 years,
his dad is an assistant coach there.
But after 5 years, he's 32. Put it on Tibbs' years, he's 37.
You're gonna be a Knick for the rest of your career, and then when it's time, we're gonna make sure we take care of you forever.
His dad is on the coaching staff, right?
And awesome people. Listen, I'm telling you, it's amazing to me. Like
Leon Rose, his former agent.
Yep.
So there's a lot of family.
Well, 100%. No, I get it. It's just when it comes out, it's like, okay. I mean,
he's gonna be taken care
of
forever.
That came out of nowhere, right? Am I wrong?
Well, it had been out that he was considering it heavily to take that because this new second apron, and now we're seeing it around the league. The lack of trades, big trades at different points. Like, there are deals some teams can't make. Like the Clippers, they wanted to move Paul George for another play. Like they legitimately, like, let's say they wanted to do PG for Jimmy Butler, for example. They couldn't do that under the current system that we're in the NBA collective bargaining agreement. So there are a lot of moves right now that are being hindered. I think with that, I've talked to league executives here at Summer League, and they're feeling the impact of that. But, you know, you have to navigate it. So this alleviates a lot of that for the Knicks because they're going to have to pay guys moving forward. I mean, Mikal Bridges
is
coming up.
taking a pay cut, too, when it's time for him to come up.
I mean, now,
take a pay cut as well.
there's a standard here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your best player's doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like, wow, because then you got an OG getting 205.
Man, the man getting something on the back end. He playing the long game. Y'all
okay.
don't want to hear it.
I don't know nothing about it.
I guarantee he'll never wear another.
I'm an agent that keeps my cards out front.
I guarantee he'll never wear another uniform, and I guarantee that goddamn Madison Square Garden going to be an open door for him for the rest of his life.
And it should be.
Right?
If you do that, it should be. Win, lose, or draw. The problem is
when you see him in retirement, he won't be sitting courtside like a retired player. He'll be sitting in the owner's box. That's how that's going to go.
You understand this, though. You understand this, and I hope you understand this because everybody understands this. It's not promised that this is going to work out either. No. That team, listen, they're really good, and they talk about a lot of things. But that team right there ain't just okay. They're going to be top 4 in the East right now.
Let me tell you something. Whether they win a championship or not, the city of New York and the organization
no.
are not going to look at Jalen Brunson any different.
Okay,
not him.
But here's the deal, though.
Not him.
Like, what happens?
What happens differently, but not him.
What happens if that team's really, really bad?
Nah, I doubt that.
What if?
He's
injuries,
though.
And if they are, I bet the city of New York still stand behind Brunson.
No, but the New York Knicks.
That's a good word.
He's the one
from
that team that got
the New York Knicks aren't just going to keep him bad, though.
Fine.
He could be the only.
He's going to be
He's
fine.
got the most tradable contract.
I bet he's
in order to get better. Okay.
And exactly. That's why I'm telling you, he got some on the back end. He ain't dumb. His daddy ain't dumb. His agent ain't dumb. So for him to make that move, there was some conversation about you going to be all right.
What happens if a trade comes up and you're bad?
You ain't just hear what I said.
I heard it. You don't think these dudes lie?
Of course they lie, but they ain't do it to him.
Okay.
It's certain that you ain't gonna f over. Like I said, he got the city. He got the city behind him. He got Spike behind him. He got the guard behind him. His daddy on the coaching staff. Leon Rose is coaching him. They got Uncle Wes over there.
Does he get a statue?
You damn sure. If they win, he will.
100%. But I'm saying right now, and I'm saying this is the way he should have all these things. His dad's amazing. The kid was amazing. But the kid is always taking less, and he keeps taking less, which I commend. I really do. But it's going to be interesting because it's not guaranteed they're going to be like Boston's going to be, Philly's going to be. Like if you're not a top 4 team, like
don't think they know that. Do you think they know that it's not guaranteed that they're going to win?
Yeah. They do. They do.
You know how many,
this is great. I'm getting educated.
I love it though because he's committed to winning.
Let me ask you something.
I'm just saying you got to work.
Let me ask you something as an agent. If this is your client.
I'd probably advise against it.
Oh no. What deal or what could a team offer you that makes you not advise against it, but say, okay, we feel comfortable doing it? What could they possibly offer
There's
you?
not a scenario that I'd feel like I would, if I was advising my client, I would say don't, whatever, if you're saying this stuff's all on the back end, whatever they're saying to you, you're taking that with a grain of salt. It probably is not going to happen or could not happen. And if you're cool with that going into it and you want to take the 156 and have a chance to win, that's all blessings to me. I'm good with that. Like, I'm never going to say don't take it. I'm just going to give you the pros and the cons of not taking it, right? Like, the reality of the situation is he came there on basically wasn't supposed to be a max dude, killed it, and has been unbelievable. And now you have your opportunity to really cash in at 27 years old, 28 years old. That means you're in a situation where you only know there's one more left.
So let me ask you, so why can't it be like one of those situations where he has one of those Buster Posey deals where he just plays his career like Buster Posey played in San Francisco and went straight into part ownership like he did? Why can't it be one of those situations?
Could be.
Well,
could be.
So if you're his agent and the Knicks put that on the table,
but that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Talk about it over dinner.
Because guess what?
Don't just tell him no.
Hold on. Because this is where me and him get these banters.
For every, I apologize.
For every Buster Posey, there's a Custer Cozy, a Wuster Wozy. There's a bunch of people that have been promised stuff that never happened.
Custer Cozy and Wuster Wozy ain't getting promised a goddamn thing from nobody. God damn it. Let's not go compare Custer Cozy and Buster Posey to Jalen Brunson.
I want this to be clear. I'm here for what he did. I'm just telling you that it's interesting that he did it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just telling you, Killer, that you got to believe for how much money he left on the table and how believable it was for him to do that there had to be a conversation about what comes next.
It's
unprecedented.
It's really unprecedented.
But when you conversation about what comes next,
when you look at the connections, though, when you look at the connections, you understand.
No. Yes,
what
Leon.
Is that, La Familia? Is that what?
La Familia. And let me tell you something. That should happen. I really do believe it. Like, if that's the case, that should happen. Like, all that stuff.
Ain't no La Familia that much together. He don't love Leon.
Now he don't want to. Now he don't want to do it.
No, listen. He don't love Leon and them that much. There was a conversation about what comes next. I guarantee that. Ain't that much goddamn love in the world. There was a conversation about what comes next.
He's got the intel.
Yeah, I ain't got the intel. I got common goddamn sense.
I tell you right now,
that's what I got.
I'm happy for what happened. I hope it works out. I really do. I hope they're great. I really do, because I love when New York Knicks basketball is good. I hope it does.
Well, I don't.
Back to you real quick. When you're going to get information and drop stuff, is it through agents who are straight suckers that hate agents? or is it? No, I'm just saying.
Damn.
I'm an agent. I'm being a funny guy. Or is it through team? Where do you get your most information from?
I mean, it's anyone, any and everyone. Could be anyone.
Wow. Could be UD.
The man ain't finna tell you who his sources
is. That what it is?
Man.
I'm doing my job. I'm working.
Could be someone back there.
I'm working.
Could be someone back there.
They all CIs. They confidential informants. He is not allowed to release their identities.
You never know.
I appreciate that. I respect it, dog. I wasn't even gonna ask.
You know.
I wasn't even gonna ask who your CIs was.
I'm gonna get you to say something.